Sorry your boy's a little under the weather, but I had to come out to review this. I ain't never in my life, ever, I've only heard about it in myth and legend, seen anything this level of stupid. How on God's green earth do you take a movie that just gets booed and trashed and just everybody just ripping it to shreds and you say, you know what we'll do? We're gonna make the same exact movie, only this time we're gonna take out half the action, put in some wheat, and we're gonna slow it down. Welcome back into another episode of Smitty Snippets. I thank you for joining me. Today we are talking about the second part of Rebel Moon. I don't know why this exists, but it does. And because it does, now we got to talk about it. So here we go. I'm going to go through this weak plot and discuss the one thing that I actually liked about this movie, and everything else is going to be a rant. So get your popcorn ready. So Admiral Atticus is alive and kicking, and he is on his way to go collect his bounty in wheat from the planet the farmers reside on. And that is the plot of this movie. That is the whole lead up. This whole hour and a half up to when he gets to the planet to get his wheat. So right off the bat, my favorite character out of this entire debacle is Admiral Atticus. I loved Atticus. He was awesome. He brought a certain playfulness to every situation, even though it was serious. Like he made you believe that you were actually negotiating with him when he's actually probably about to take your life. I enjoyed him playing up that role. At one point in this, he's like, "So I should leave with nothing? Then is that what you're suggesting?" And I really liked that. Like I thought he was having fun with it, and I liked seeing where it was gonna go. And yeah, he was for that reason he was my favorite character. Now on to everything else wrong with this movie. I'm just gonna start at the beginning. Okay, the stuff that didn't make any sense to me, none whatsoever. And the only place to start is at the beginning. Kora, whose name I only remember because of me having to look up the cast. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't remember none of their names. None of their names. That's how memorable they were. The only name I did remember was Titus. And the only reason I remember his name is because they used his name throughout. Every other time it was hey, or what do you, because they were right there in front of the person they were talking to, so they had no reason to say their name. Let's discuss this timetable, shall we? So in part one, Kora volunteers to leave and go find warriors who will fight for these farmers, right? Wouldn't it have been a better idea to try to find a ship to get all the farmers off planet, just to hide for a little while? You got a couple months, you can get them off planet, take them someplace else where they won't find them. Let them stay there. Nobody dies. None of the children have to die. None of that stuff, right? So when the people come back, when the space people come back and they look for your stuff, you haven't grown any wheat and no one's there, right? They don't have anything to do. They're not going to grow their own stuff. So they'll just leave. They'll just leave. For this next part, I want you to pretend that you are a farmer. Okay? I want you to pretend that you are a farmer and that you are scared to death. That these space people, because I don't know the name of their group, that these space people are going to come back and just tear you a new ass, right? So instead, a warrior steps up. A warrior named Kora has become that beacon of light for you and everyone you know. She says that she is going to set off and go find warriors that will protect your entire village. And she bring her ass back with 6 people. 6? Oh, son, I'd have been like, no, no, where's my hat? I gotta go. 6 people? No. No, do you know what they're coming back with? No, we gotta go. Back to the timeline. So if I am correct, right, they had 5 days until the Imperium showed up to collect their wheat. In 5 days, only 5, they had to collect all the wheat. Okay. I think they were moaning and groaning because it took them like between 3 and 5 days to collect the wheat. They had 5 days to collect the wheat. They did it in a day. one day, I'm assuming, they also had to collect Kora's ship, right? They had to dig it out and then drag it back up so that it worked. And then she just flew it back out, which is another problem in and of itself that I'll get to in just a moment. So they had to dig up her ship, get all of the the stuff, right? Get all the wheat. After that, they had to learn how to fight. She had to teach an entire village how to fight. Then on top of that, they had to build booby traps like in the ground. Okay? And they had to get all the weapons and set all that stuff up. They had to figure all that out, right? On top of that, the girl in the town, she knitted like little flags for each group or person that was part of this group. I made this for you, Titus, because you're a great general. Bitch, when did you have time to make any of this stuff? We only had a week, right? We only had a week. And you making like blankets and stuff. You making comforters, huh? That mean things to people. You should have been digging up like weapons or something. You could have been making traps. We're gonna die. We are gonna die. You need to be digging stuff, not building things with with your bare hands. And that brings me back to Kora. Kora crashed an Imperium ship in the middle of a farm, just a few hundred yards away from where all the farmers reside. She didn't give him no story, nothing. She didn't have to tell him nothing about where she was from. She just crashed an Imperium ship out of nowhere and then got up, walked away, and became a farmer. She didn't have to give him no story, nothing. She just left the spaceship in the ground. That's what happened. After this young lady passes out all the quilts to all the people she now respects, all the warriors around the table that they respect, it becomes story time, right? And I think here's how it's going to go in my mind, right? They're gonna tell like one or two stories, right? And then they'll get to Cora, and I'm thinking at that point, Cora will get to an important part of her story, and they'll be cut off by the Imperium or whatever the name of this evil group is, and they show up and interrupt her story and leave you on a cliffhanger, and then you'll have to come back and fill in the blanks later, kind of giving you something to look forward to. Nope, nope, that ain't what happened. They went around a room and told six stories, one right after the other, and I'm like, oh my god, why? Why? We don't care. I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. We don't care about none of these stories. Not a one. Okay? It's too late to be trying to get to know people. And one of these stories in particular bugged me. Tariq's story bothered me because Tariq was just at his father's funeral the way that he explained it. I don't know why they got this massive Hulk being thing walking in there too. It's just not it's just I mean it's cool that's it's part of your family pet or something like that, but it's just kind of disrespectful to me that you got him in line, you know, this massive Hulk thing, this ginormous bird. What are you gonna do, pay respects anyway? Moving on. His dad is gone, right? And then all of a sudden the his world gets attacked by the Imperium, I assume. While this is happening, his mother decides that there's nothing else to live for and that she wants to do a cement inspection from her balcony. And her son is just willing to let her do it. Just sitting there, he just nods at her like, "All right, mom, it's cool. Go ahead." And and then he's narrating it and he's like, "I lost my mother and my father." No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You could have saved it. You made it out. Why didn't you get her out? That story bugged me a little bit. The robot got on my nerves. I ain't even gonna lie. I'd have just been like, "Look, bruh, either you want to do this or you don't. Okay, we're clearly the good guys, all right, and they're the bad guys. You run around here making capes and stealing deer horns, huh? We need help. Okay, you gonna help us or what? You just gonna live up in the hills off all our stuff, huh? I just he just got on my nerves so bad. Do something or don't or leave. You know what I'm saying? Take the spaceship that was crashed here the first time the enemy came, that Kora now moved to the waterfall for some reason, and just go. All right? Just do that. Instead of just hanging around giving these long, exaggerated speeches about what you used to mean to a little girl that doesn't exist anymore, just go. Here on out, it's going to get really, really bad. Really bad. So I'm going to show you this, and you tell me what you think, because I'm pretty sure most of you saw it, And you were like, why did she do that? But you let me know in the comment section. And when you do, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for your boy if you enjoy the content. All right, back at it. First problem with this scene, this ship runs on coal. Why? Why does it run on coal? It's a spaceship. We can't do better than this. Did somebody half-ass do their homework? They just figured out how to draw a spaceship, and they didn't think about what to power it with. Coal. Second issue, you just planted explosives to blow up the entire ship. Why did you jump down and start shooting coal shovelers? The lowest life form in this entire ship, you started blasting. People that don't want for nothing, just down there shoveling coal. They don't know one day from the next. And you were there. You could have you shot the one guard, but all you had to do was leave. Just walk out the same way you came in. You just set bombs. Just leave. So the robot actually gets off his ass and decides to save the day on the assault front. And General Titus just seems to look around as everything blows up around him. He seems shocked, generally shocked that they're winning. Kora has to deal with the fact that she killed her boyfriend, basically because she could have just walked back across that catwalk, got on the ship, and left, and everyone would have been gone. They still would have won, and she would have a boyfriend right now. But no, she needed to go shoot some coal miners. Yeah, that's basically it. I will say at the very end that they for some reason at the very end there's a suggestion that the little girl that Kora shot did not perish. And General Titus, for some reason, knows this information. Already knows who Kora is and what she had done. Also knew that the little girl was not dead the entire time, but chose to keep that information to himself for whatever reason. I don't know. Just like much of the rest of this movie. I don't know why it exists. Why would he keep that from her? Why? It tormented her every day. He saw, even after she told her story, he still didn't tell her. He still didn't tell her. He was like, nah, let that shit burn. What you did. Oh, you thought you could kill her so easily? Why didn't you tell her 3 days ago? No? So now they're setting up a sequel, and I'm gonna tell you right now, don't you dare do another movie at all. Don't even think about whispering the name Rebel Moon again. Okay. I don't care what happens to the little girl. Just offer somehow. I don't care. I do not care. Just do not do another one of these. I don't know how you got a part 2 out of this. Do you see the vitriol you're getting from doing this? I am begging you. I am actually begging you. Do not do this. Okay? And that's my 2 cents. I appreciate y'all watching, man. I love y'all. And like, share, subscribe if you enjoy the content. And let me know your feedback. Did you like this? And if you did, who are you? What's your name? So I can report you to police. I love y'all. Y'all be easy. And I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.